The term youth delinquency or juvenile delinquency describes various actions by adolescents that go against the law, social norms, and social expectations. Musa and Rais, 2023, provide evidence for this claim, stating that an adolescent who violates the law or behaves in a way that society sees as unethical is labeled delinquent. The degree of these behaviors may vary, and they could involve misbehaviors including aggression, drug misuse, theft, vandalism, etc. These actions could have a negative impact not only on society, but also on the offender's schooling, career opportunities, and general well-being, in addition to the legal consequences of dealing with law enforcement and the criminal justice system. Malaysia has been plagued with the issue of juvenile delinquency for many years. According to Muhammad Idris et al. 2022, juveniles have been reported to the Royal Malaysia Police for a variety of offences, including rape, robbery, theft, and inflicting harm. Musa and Rais, 2023, stated that according to a 2016 report from the Social Welfare Department, male adolescents are more involved in youth delinquency compared to female adolescents. In Malaysia, the statistics of crimes involving juvenile offenders are alarming. Muhammad Idris et al. 2022 stated that the Department of Statistics 2021 reported 4,886 offenses in 2016 involving children under 18. That number increased to 5,443 in 2017 and dropped to 5,294 in 2018. The crime rate subsequently dropped even further, reaching 4,833 in 2019. Unexpectedly, the number grew to 5,342 offenders by 2020. The Sun newspaper also reports 4,916 cases in 2020 compared to 4,248 in the previous year. There were also 15.7% more first-time offenders in 2020. The statistics indicate that juvenile delinquency is getting more severe in Malaysia and will do so in the future if proper measures are not taken. Our objective is to explore preventative methods for reducing school violence and youth delinquency from both Western and Islamic perspectives. We aim to highlight the role of religion and faith as predictors of adolescents' behavior, an aspect often overlooked in modern psychology. In Western psychology, the study of youth delinquency frequently focuses on the individual, family, societal, and environmental elements that can influence delinquent behavior. Albert Bandura's social and cognition theory provides an important psychological framework for understanding youth delinquency. Ismail and Nick Abdurrahman 2012 quote, "According to the social and cognition theory proposed by Albert Bandura, behavior is learned indirectly through observational learning without apparent reinforcement or practice. It incorporates the role of social cognition in acquiring desirable and undesirable behavior." Mash and Wolf 2010, as cited in Ismail and Nick Abdurrahman 2012, state that according to this theory, children's conceptions of themselves and other people contribute to the development of mental images of themselves, their connections, and their social environment. Bandura's theory also explains that children and adults imitate others' behaviors through observation, particularly aggressive behavior. In 1961, Bandura studied aggressive behavior through an experiment using a Bobo doll. He found that children exposed to aggressive role models are more likely than children not exposed to violent ways to behave in an aggressive physical way. Children are more likely to pick up violent behaviors from watching the media, their parents, and the community when it comes to school violence and juvenile delinquency. Many factors, including those related to the individual, family, peer group, school, and community, can have an impact on youth delinquency.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Islam, as a religion of truth, is the embodiment of the code of life that Allah, the Creator of the universe, has revealed for the guidance of mankind. As modern psychology approaches concentrate more on scientific research and knowledge, Islamic approaches take a few processes into account in addressing contemporary issues. These include adaptation, Islamization, revelation, as well as integration. The Islamic approach also emphasizes the Holy Quran as the primary source and the Hadith as a secondary source. The Holy Quran itself is the book of guidance for humankind and all of its creation. By integrating Islamic principles with Western psychology, we will be able to offer unique perspectives and understanding on addressing youth delinquency in our country. The discussion will be continued with several interpretations from Islamic points of view. First, the quality of youth. Youth delinquency is a frightening issue that can harm the quality of youth and the future of our generations. Crimes such as homicide, drug abuse, rape, and others can threaten the quality of youth, which has been highlighted by Islamic principles. Youth is a vital phase of a human's life. The Quran emphasizes the value of youthful believers who are guided and supported by Allah, saying, quote, "We relate to their story in truth. There were youths who believe in their Lord, and we advance them in guidance." Unfortunately, under the influence of contemporary culture, youths are drastically involved in youth delinquency. Next is the psychological theories. In explaining human behavior, psychology can provide a broad understanding of contemporary issues, including youth delinquency. However, the origins of psychological theories are from a Western point of view. Therefore, adaptation and Islamization will be needed to align the theories with Islamic principles. For instance, psychoanalytic theory by Sigmund Freud offers an understanding of the underlying and unconscious causes while focusing on desire and libido instinct. Islam opposes the idea that every issue is related to desire and instinct. However, Islamic principles encourage addressing the root causes of social issues like poverty or the lack of education that might contribute to youth crime. Furthermore, there is also the spiritual aspect of life. While analyzing youth issues such as youth delinquency, spiritual aspects also need to be taken into account. A study conducted by Ismail and Rahman in 2012 suggests that religion and faith play an important role in preventing aggressive behavior among adolescents. This is because religion is the nature of the soul for human nature. It is also to have guidance from God and obey His command. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Holy Quran, "O you who have believed, obey Allah and obey the Messenger." The spiritual aspect is also related to the self-concept that has been highlighted by Al-Ghazali, which is called Ruh, Nafs, and Aql. God's command always leads to good things and prevents the bad things that can bring harm and destruction to humans and other creations. The dual lens approach, which is a combination between Western psychological and Islamic approach, paves the way for a more comprehensive and effective intervention in the future. Education is a component of society that helps reduce inequality in society. The goal and role of Islamic education in the battle against youth delinquency require ideas that are always relevant to the growth of youth, particularly today's adolescents who have been exposed to contemporary cultures. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ also encouraged education by saying, "Whoever seeks knowledge walks on one of the paths of paradise." This shows that seeking education can spread knowledge and awareness among youth about the true value of life. Therefore, the possibility for youth to be trapped in crime is slim. The education experts and authorities need to develop an intervention plan that can bring awareness to the youth generation about the trap of crime and its consequences. Some suggestions are the trip to juvenile school or prison, holding an anti-criminal act campaign at school, strengthening Islamic conduct in teaching at school, or engaging youth in beneficial and social activity.
In our view, it's crucial to consider the role of religion and faith in shaping adolescents' behavior. We suggest that a holistic approach, which includes spiritual aspects, could be more effective in preventing aggressive behavior among adolescents. Spirituality and faith can provide a moral compass for adolescents, guiding their actions and decisions. They can instill a sense of purpose and belonging, which can be particularly beneficial for adolescents who are struggling with identity issues or feelings of alienation. Moreover, spirituality and faith can promote resiliency, helping adolescents to cope with adversity and bounce back from setbacks. They can provide a source of comfort and hope, which can be particularly valuable in times of crisis or hardship. However, the role of faith and spirituality in preventing youth delinquency is often overlooked in the field of psychology. We believe that this is a significant gap in the current body of knowledge, and we propose that future research should aim to address this gap.
To summarize our discussion today, the youth play a vital role in creating a peaceful world and the future of generations. Islam teaches us to value the energy and ideas of youth. the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ wisely advises to make the most of our youth, health, wealth, free time, and life itself. However, when we look at the world today, we see many challenges involving youth. There's still racism, violence, and injustice among youth. Youth delinquency has become an alarming issue. But by incorporating Islamic principles with Western psychological views, youth delinquency can be lessened and future generations can be guaranteed.